Hi everyone, Dean and I are back again. We're still on the sofa with this dog. We've been here a week now since the last video with this dog on the sofa. And the next tip that I've pulled out of Dean's Mastering the Basics books is hire a coach. Tell us about that. Have you had coaches all the way through your life or only occasionally?
I've been fortunate to have mentors. I had a great first manager and I had great people throughout my career that I reported to. But there was a certain point where I said, I need some extra advice, some extra guidance, somebody who's extremely honest. I don't want somebody to say, Dean, you're doing great. I need somebody to say how I can continue to improve. And it's working with somebody like yourself, other great coaches, other great trainers who could point me in the right direction. I think it's a wise investment for all of us, no matter what stage of career you're in or what level you are in your career.
Yeah. Do you actually do coaching for people then?
I do. It's difficult. It is.
Yeah, I don't do it because it's too hard.
It is very difficult.
Because with training, you turn up, you know what you're going to say and you say it. But being a coach is actually really, really difficult. And I know I'm not very good at it. It's too hard for me. So I don't do it. But you do career coaching or sales coaching? Or?
I do some sales coaching. I do career coaching. It's very intense. Because especially in this day and age, again, it goes back to the theory of what we're doing in our careers and what's happening. And I'm finding that there are a lot of managers who are never trained to be leaders. And so as I'm coaching people and I'm hearing stories about people who they report to, I'm finding that, wow. So a lot of the guidance I give to people is how they handle those situations and working for a difficult boss.
Yeah, yeah. I've not had a coach very much in the past because I just don't like being criticised, really. I thought, I don't want to pay someone to criticise me. But I got a coach about a year ago, and I paid him quite a lot. Like, I think it was £2,000 a month.
You didn't call me?
But he was fantastic, and he was really, really worth it. And he gave me a whole load of ideas I wouldn't have thought of. Interestingly, he said he didn't give me the ideas. He said he helped me to find them from within my own head. But he also gave me the courage, or kind of forced me to do some things that I was putting off. He said, why aren't you charging more? Why aren't you launching some new products and all this? And I sort of went, I don't know. And he said, well, are you going to do it or not? And I went, yes. And of course, next week he's like, have you done it yet? And he was fantastic. He's paid for himself 10 times over. So I'm an absolute convert now. And I would say, get a coach. Whether you work for a company, whether you're self-employed, whatever you do, I would say get a coach. And you've got to find one that works for you. You may not like the first one you get or whatever, but I absolutely think it's the best advice.
That's a great coach that you have. A lot of coaches don't do that. They're guiding or directing and pointing you, telling you what they think. What you want is a coach that helps drive it out of yourself and motivates you to do it.
Yeah. And if anybody's watching this in England, I know several coaches who I would recommend if you're interested in that. I think it's good to get a coach who's local to you, because although you can do it over Zoom, and I think you can do most of it over Zoom, I think it's a good idea to meet up with them really face-to-face occasionally. So I think ideally I'd get somebody reasonably local as your coach.
Yeah, I love meeting people face-to-face. Yeah, that's the way I enjoy it.
It's such a close relationship with a coach. Although the coach I had was based in Switzerland. I actually have never met him face-to-face, and it still works.
It works, so that's good.
Yeah. So get a coach, and we will see you next week for our next tip from Mastering the Basics.